What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So for this trailer review, we have a bit of a different one. Just from what I can see from the headline and the first screen image, my understanding is this is a thriller, possibly psychological thriller, but it's definitely a thriller. Now you're wondering, well, that's a totally different genre than horror. Now I do think there are some of these that do fall within the horror space. I don't know if this one fully does. We're going to find out because, again, I've read where this is a thriller / psychological thriller, and I do think psychological thrillers definitely have their subgenre within horror. And this film, I've seen conflicting dates, and we've talked about this with other films, where films go to festivals in years past. They continue to go to festivals. They never really get wide releases until years later. So this one in particular, we're watching a trailer. It's 2025, mid 2025 now. And from what I could find out on this film was first premiered at festivals in 2023. So it has an official release date on some sites as 2023. It went to more festivals in 2024. And now it appears it's been coming back to light again, I guess, so to speak. I'm not sure if this is going to get a theatrical run or not. Hopefully the article will tell us, but there's been some reviews out there that have been posted for at least 2 years, because again, some that had attended those festivals saw the film, did a review. So, but again, the film never got its wide release. So as you see here, the G, that's the name of the film, the G trailer, badass granny gets revenge on predatory scammers. So okay, she looks a little bit angry. Someone probably a grandmother you don't necessarily want to mess with. So let's continue. In the G, age isn't a weakness, it's a weapon. The Canadian revenge thriller. Okay, so this one's calling it a revenge thriller. So that's the third different thing I've heard this film called. Will be released in select theaters and on VOD on June 27th via Dark Sky Films. Watch the trailer below, which we were going to do. Dale Dickey star as Ann Hunter, aka the G, who retired with her husband to an American suburb 10 years ago to be near his family. But one day out of the blue, they are snatched from their home by a corrupt legal guardian who believes they have hidden wealth. Their home and assets are legally stripped from them, and they are put in a prison-like elderly care facility, victims of an exploding old age industry. Trapped in a corrupt and terrifying system, the G begins to show her true metal as she and her loyal granddaughter fight to get them out and get revenge on the people who did this. All right. Almost sounds a bit like a John Wick type story. And we all know how the John Wick franchise really started with his puppy, right? And people who know me know I can't watch the first 15 minutes of John Wick 1. I fast forward 15 minutes in and I start the film. I do not watch that first 15 minutes. And it's not just the puppy, it's the other aspects of how that film starts off that's just kind of heartbreaking. So yeah, I fast forward that first 15 minutes. This feels like that. This feels like we have an elderly lady going John Wick because you've taken my stuff, you've put me in an elderly care home, now I want revenge, right, for what you've done to me. That's what it sounds like to me. But we're gonna hopefully see what this trailer brings about. Maybe it will. An original portrait of her fierce older. We'll start that over. An original portrait of a fierce older woman in the kind of role that a woman is rarely cast in. The G was inspired by writer-director Carl R. Hearn's own family experience. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if this is now saying where it's based on a true story, based on true events, but I can't imagine if someone truly had their elderly grandmother going out doing what we're probably going to be labeling as revenge thriller. I can't imagine that's the case. Michelle Swope wrote in her review, okay, we're not reading that review. We're not reading that. I'll put the link for this article in the description of the video below, as I always do with every video. If you want to come back and read that, you can. I don't read review information at all. I just don't want that to spoil anything. So we have the trailer, which we're going to watch, and we have the poster. I'm getting on my soapbox give me 10-15 seconds to stand on my soapbox, and I'll even time it. So we're going to start it here in 2, 1. This is the type of poster that I do not like. This is a prime example of a movie poster that I never want to see. You have all these little things up here, all these festival names where it's been at. Don't need to see that. But I definitely do not like this. You guys hear me talk about this as an example. This is a real life example now where you see blistering winter Nor, best, feels like a game changer. I don't care. I don't want to see that on a movie poster. Get rid of all that. Get rid of age isn't a weakness, it's a weapon. Get rid of that. A film by Carl. Get rid of that. Just put the Dale Dickey, the G. And you have this elderly lady with 2 handguns. That's all you need to grab my interest. I don't care about all this other stuff. Okay, that's been 15 seconds right there. So, I'll get off the soapbox on that one. But that's what I'm talking about, guys, when it comes to movie posters. This is not what I want to see on a movie poster. So, all right, let's get back to the top of the article. Now let's jump over to the trailer and see what this one's about.
What's the G?
G for Granny? I'm trying to be more like her.
I'll see you next week.
Be careful out there.
Is that her? Mrs. Hunter, we have a court order to move you to a care facility.
What's happening?
Who are you?
Your legal guardian.
Locked up like animals.
What kind of place is this?
Just listen to your guardian. Get along with them, you'll be okay.
There was some inheritance. Where's the money?
You have to fight back.
These are bad people. I've done bad things myself. You asked me about my family. They are also bad people.
What are you gonna do now?
I'll get this straightened out.
Nothing's ever personal.
This couldn't be more personal. My grandmother has friends you don't know about.
Now my granddaughter is getting involved with them, and I can't let that happen. I'm not a nice person, but I do have other qualities.
Now she's up here, killing people, threatening my family.
The G makes him nervous. The G is eternal.
What was your occupation?
Socialite.
All right, so I can see there's going to be a crowd for this. There's going to be a fan base that's going to see this. Some of the lines of like I have other qualities or I've done bad things before immediately remind me of the franchises The Equalizer with Denzel Washington and Taken with Liam Neeson. That's what those lines remind me of, is you have someone who has this mysterious background, and we're probably going to find out she's some former CIA operative or some former hit woman or something, and she's retired, and now her daughter's getting dragged into this. Her husband, her sick husband, and now she needs to fight back. And then as she starts taking people out, they find out really who she is, and that's when it comes about. Same way we found out about the main characters in the 2 franchises I just mentioned. For me, it's an action. I don't see this being. I can see revenge thriller in this, but it's like a popcorn flick for me. It's just simply there, hour 30, hour 45 minute. Just they set up a story for the first 20, 30 minutes, then it just goes down the shooting, the action sequences, a little bit more story, and then a conclusion. But that's what this feels like it's going to turn out to be. Now, I don't see this. I mean, like I said, some other sites, they were calling this a psychological thriller, I don't see this falling in those spaces at all. Revenge killing, revenge thriller, it's much more along those lines. Again, I don't know how you differentiate this from franchises we've already seen in the past. Like I said, Equalizer, Taken, John Wick. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure, again, there's going to be a fan base for this. Now, whether or not this turns into a franchise where we see another 2 movies out of this, it'll be shocking if we do it. Well, as I always say, will I give it a chance? Absolutely. I'll give it a chance to win me over. I'm not sure what to expect from this. The trailer was only a minute. Let's go back. It was only a minute and a half. So a very short trailer. Typically that's not enough to really, 2.5 minutes is usually what we get for a trailer. So still a lot of unanswered questions on this, but that's how I see this one playing out. So let us know down in the comment section what you think about the G. Apparently now we know G stands for grandma or grandmother. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Also, if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.